Do you drive home in traffic after sitting under artificial light in the office or a cubicle all week long and just feel drained or stressed out? Me too. I enjoy living in the city and I love my job, but I found nature to be a huge stress relief lately. Like it was a vitamin or a medicine I was missing. So, with busy weekend plans ahead, being in nature wasn't entirely feasible. That is, unless Kid Boy gets his wet food just a little bit early tonight. Pack up all of our stuff on a Friday afternoon, hike in the dark, and set up camp late. Luckily enough, we have a home park, as we like to call it, within a reasonable travel distance that we have grown to know and love. So we set out into the sunset on a quick adventure as a couple just trying to take a break from the city, trying to get better at this backpacking thing. And before we planned bigger and longer trips to more remote areas. So we finally arrived, fill out our parking passes, and begin our night hike. It is spooky. Night hiking. What do you think, honey? All I see is your light. Grab some water for campsite. Ye old spigot. Gotta love the knockvecto. Off to camp. Hint. Good pot. Bear canister. This was a 16-minute video of me setting up the Durston X-Dome 2, which I quickly sped up for your viewing pleasure. Every time I set this tent up, it gets a little bit easier. This is probably my 4th total trip with this tent. Each time, I remember a step that I forgot last time. I typically pitch it like this, fly first, and then clip the inner end. The X-Dome 2 is pretty wide and it can be a little bit tricky to set up by yourself, but I finally figured out on this trip that if I do these clips and then the crossbar section, the tabs hold really well on the bar. I still haven't gotten staking it out completely down yet, but it's a work in progress and I think pitching it all in one is going to help. As you can see, it's kind of a lot of extra work to climb around and try and clip that inner end of the rainfly. Even if it's not completely dry in the morning when you pack it up, you can hang both pieces together and it still dries really fast. And the last thing I'll do is go around and tighten all 4 corners of the rainfly. Durston tents, magnetic toggles, life changing. If you can find them. Alright, so I'm pretty much going to pull quilts out, kind of just throw them over there in the corner. Sleeping pads will blow up. Here soon. This tent really is such a vibe when you got it all set up and you have a light inside.
Knock, knock. You're sleeping better on my side. Yeah. Yeah. You look comfy. How's that pad? Better? Good. Alright, so getting all packed up. Angie's stuff is all packed up, but I just wanted to go over a little bit of the stuff that we use. This quilt got Ice Flame gear, 850 fill power Muscovy down. Says it's temperature rated, comfort rated down to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. I've had it down to 28. It was pretty cold. I had some nature hike down pants on. I wore my down puffer to bed, but it is extremely light, extremely comfortable. 10D nylon, very, very comfortable, very light too, for what it is, for how budgeted it is. So this was a kind of a score in my book. This was the Ice Flame Semi-Standard Mono NXT, and I added 100 extra grams of down. These are great quilts. They do have an RDS certification on their website. It is a Chinese company, so buyer beware. But this quilt is great. I recommend it. And then what I'm sleeping on underneath it is my Featherstone Calcatta 5.6 R value. Don't remember the specs exactly. It's about 4 inches thick. Got the side baffles. Dimpling is nice. These are really comfortable pads. I also recommend these as a good budget option for people starting out. You get them on sale for $100. I have 2 of them, and they've worked out really well for me. Use the Trekology pillow, nice and light. Put my fleece on top of it. So this is kind of my sleep system. Pad without pump sack is 23 ounces. The quilt in the compression sack with the straps, 25 ounces. this Trichology pillow. I don't remember how much it weighs, 1 or 2 ounces, something along those lines. These are pretty standard across the board. Lots of people talk about them. They're great pillows. They're comfy, they're cheap, and they work. My fleece that I use on top of my pillow, this is Decathlon. Great fleece, great for layering, great to stack on top of my pillow. And as you guys saw, we sleep in the Durston X-Dome too. Not budget gear, well worth the investment. I'm a big fan of this tent. I'm a big fan of Durston gear. I'll wind up with an X-Mid 2 as well, shave a little bit more weight. I just love seeing how attentive Dan Durston is to his gear, to the people that have it. You see him responding in YouTube channel comments. You see him on Reddit. You see him on Instagram. I see him in Facebook for Durston Gear. Durston Gear Fanatics, shout out. But yeah, it's an amazing tent for what it is. Light, actual 2-person. I just got the ground sheet. Wasn't in stock for a little while. I used some Nylofume for 2 trips and just got the ground sheet. I didn't put it on in my video last night setting this tent up. I forgot that I even had it, but managed to hook it up. And then I finally figured out packing this tent. I used to really try and roll the rainfly up super tight, the inner up super tight, try and take up as little space as possible. Recently on my little overnight foothills trail expedition, I just stuffed everything into the sack. There's really no point in wasting time trying to save space. I mean, it stuffs into the pack. The bag it comes in, stuff it in my backpack, and then I roll the top down, and it takes up dead space in the backpack, and still quite small, very light. So I'm going to start basically taking this down and setting it up all together. I'm going to stop separating the inner from the rainfly. So anyways, I got to get this all packed up and get on my way. These spiders always seem to want to get packed up. They say, "Take me home. Free me from this outdoor prison." I swear I'm an indoor spider. Nope. Sorry, buddy. Off you go.
Hugging trees is really good for you.
All right, so we're all packed up, ready to hit the trail. We were planning on day hiking, but we ended up just really enjoying ourselves, having coffee, relaxing, listening to the wind, the leaves. This is my backpack. I got this just to try out. It's also a little bit of a loner backpack when I have my brother or a friend with me, using the 3FUL Quidian Pro. I got it used on Amazon. No, I didn't want to pay the $100, $110 for it. I got it used like new on Amazon for 75 bucks. It weighs around 2 pounds. This is Angie's backpack. I had to treat her to something nice that carries weight well, even though she doesn't really carry a whole lot of weight. She's got the REI Flash 55. I try to keep her pack as light as possible so that she has fun. She usually is her backpack's anywhere from 15 to 13 pounds with water. And this guy right here with the bear canister, all packed up yesterday with dinner, snacks, and breakfast. Everything packed up was 21 pounds. So the 3FUL packs it really well. Also just got these REI FlexLight Air chairs, and all the big YouTubers were right. Having a chair is game changing out here. It's nice to be able to sit back, relax, drink coffee, hot cocoa, eat a meal. So I'm super happy about that purchase. Yeah, we're gonna head out and go attend our Friendsgiving. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll be shooting some stuff on our way out on the trail. It's just a beautiful day. So all right, we left our camp, hiking back to the car, abandoning our plan for our day hike to the top of King's Pinnacle. But had a really good morning. I slept really good last night. Angie, not so much, right, honey?
No, not so much.
Still trying to dial everything in, still learning lessons, get her some better sleep. She was more or less hyper aware of the noises, the leaves, the wind, and then her pad actually was deflating slightly on her, which was sort of bothersome. So I'm gonna figure that out for her this week, and I'll use it on our trip next weekend. But yeah, it's been a good trip. Looking forward to spending the rest of the weekend with friends and family. So I got my outdoor time, and as much as I dislike any of the footage that I made over the last 12 hours, I will post it anyways because I need to learn. Never claimed to be good at this. Hopefully I will get good at it, and hopefully you guys will join me for that process. Anyways, I'm gonna eat a breakfast bar while we're hiking. So that's the end. Finn.
All right.
Yeah. Let's do that over here.
All right.